The night was cold and quiet, the kind of silence that made every sound feel louder than it should. Officer Daniel Hayes and his partner, Rex, a German Shepherd trained for K-9 duty, were patrolling the outskirts of the city after a string of robberies. Rex had been with him for 5 years, loyal, brave, always the first out of the car, always the last to give up. At 2:17 a.m., the call came in. Suspect fleeing on foot near the warehouse district, armed and dangerous. Daniel tightened his vest. "You ready, boy?" Rex barked once, focused, determined. They arrived to chaos, sirens flashing, broken glass glittering on the ground, and the suspect running through the dark alleyways. Rex caught the scent first. He lunged forward, Daniel just a step behind. The robber, desperate, turned and threw something small and blinking, a C for charge. It landed right in front of Rex. The dog, thinking it was another piece of contraband, grabbed it in his mouth before Daniel could shout, "Rex, drop it!" But there was no time. The explosion tore through the alley, fire, dust, and silence. Daniel was thrown to the ground. His ears rang, his vision blurred. When the smoke cleared, he saw the fragments of his partner's vest on the ground and realized what had happened. He screamed Rex's name until his throat gave out. The other officers arrived minutes later, but Daniel stayed kneeling in the wreckage, holding what was left of his partner's tag. That night, he didn't go home. He sat in his patrol car, staring at the empty passenger seat where Rex's leash hung, still covered in dust. The other officers arrived minutes later, but Daniel stayed kneeling in the wreckage, holding what was left of his partner's tag. That night, he didn't go home. He sat in his patrol car, staring at the empty passenger seat where Rex's leash hung, still covered in dust. 3 days later, the department held a funeral at the police memorial grounds. The flag was lowered to half-mast. Officers stood in silence, hats to their chests. Even the toughest of them had red eyes. Daniel approached the casket, small, draped with an American flag. He placed Rex's collar on top and whispered, "You did your job, buddy, better than any of us." A single bugle note carried through the air. Daniel couldn't stop the tears this time. They came quietly, like rain after a storm. And as the wind moved through the trees, for just a second, he swore he could hear Rex's bark again, sharp, proud, and loyal to the very end.